Hey everybody, Belinda Wasser here, also known as Rocket Girl. And today we're going to talk about the tools you need to run your virtual assistant business. What I've discovered is that a lot of virtual assistants and aspiring virtual assistants think that they need a lot of tools to run their business. The primary tool that you need to run your business actually is your brain, because most of what you're going to be doing is figuring things out. A lot of the tools that I use to run businesses for my clients, they actually pay for the tools. This morning's So today we have study hall for VA school, and someone asked me what my annual costs were for running my business. And so today I added it all up. And what I discovered is that it's right around $200 a month for me to run my VA business. Now, keeping in mind that I'm making $100,000 a year, that's really a very small part of where my revenue goes. And I want to talk about the guidelines that I use to choose tools and to know when to upgrade. The first thing is, when you're choosing a tool, I want you to always start with free. And the reason I want you to do this is there's a lot of times we think that we need this big expensive tool and we actually don't. So start with free, and when you hit up against whatever a barrier you find when you're using the tool, like say, for example, you are using free Canva, and free Canva is great, and then you discover that there's something that paid Canva has that you really need in order to do a good job and not waste time, pay for it. Absolutely. So you definitely want to upgrade as you need to, but be careful. I've seen people go in and pay for the annual subscription for the whole thing, for the whole year, and they're not even really sure how to use the tool. I've also heard VA say, oh yeah, I've been paying for that for a while, I haven't really checked it out yet. So don't do that either. You don't want to fall in love with the potential of a tool. You want to fall in love with how it's helping you be more productive. I also recommend that you review your tools on a regular basis. And I did that just this morning. I went through my bank statement and I looked at what I was paying for, and I reevaluated what I needed. There was a tool that I paid for years. It's called Teamwork. It's a project management software. And I was paying $64 a month. And in I guess it was 5 or 6 years ago, I absolutely needed that. However, my business model has shifted. It's changed. I no longer need that. So it's important to look back and say, oh, all right, let's reevaluate that. So I really want you to review your tools on a regular basis. The primary tools that I use in my business are Evernote. I use Photoshop. You can use Canva easily. I just am old school. I use Microsoft Office, Acuity scheduling, really not a lot of big expensive tools. I think my biggest expense when I looked back on my expenses for the last 6 months was really the internet at $109 a month. That's my biggest expense. So really look at the tools that you have, and as you need to upgrade, like I said, absolutely do that, but not until you need to. You want to keep those expenses really, low. So before we go today, I want to invite you all to join me in my free online classroom. It's called the Virtual Assistant Connection, and you can find me by typing the Virtual Assistant Connection in the search bar at the top of Facebook. Click the join button, answer the questions, come on in. I'd love to welcome you. If you're watching on YouTube, please click the subscribe button so you'll know when we go live. And I hope you'll join us. The community is almost 15,000 people. We have tons and tons of information and community and support right there in that group. So come on over and join us. Until next time, I'm Belinda Wasser, also known as Rocket Girl, signing off. Bye-bye.